I should go to the beach.
I'm okay.
Today I will be talking about God, look at that traffic. So I'm here at the beach with Schmoofy, the one responsible for the last, for the music from the last I Wanted It, so I bought it. Schmoofy, thank you so much for letting me use your music.
Thanks for having me, bro, and thanks for using my music. I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime. I'm actually curious, what made you get into music?
Good question. In terms of like getting into music, so since a young age, about like 11 years old, I've always been doing music when it comes to like bands. So elementary school, I started off with like a viola, recorder, and then from there, middle school band, so I switched to clarinet. And then high school, I actually switched to baritone. So from there, it was interesting because in high school, I've kind of always had this idea where it's like, it'd be so cool if I can make music a living kind of thing. But realistically, it's like Asian parents, like they're kind of like denouncing it a little bit, and I get it because they want the best for me. But I think now, as I got a little bit older and I've met more people who want to go to like live music events, I realize like music means like the world to me kind of thing. So I think it's really cool that like you, for example, and like everyone else here, like it's so cool that people can come together like under one roof for like music. And so even if I don't take it somewhere far, at least it's really cool to kind of like try it and see where it takes me.
I see, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What made you think of the name Schmoofy?
Yeah, so Schmoofy, so I had a speech impediment as a kid. Tagalog was my first language, and I used to pronounce smoothies as Schmoofies. So my mom would be like, oh, like, son, anak, do you want like a smoothie? And I'd be like, yeah, mom, I want a Schmoofy. And then she'd be like, okay, Anak, you can have a Schmoofy. So that kind of stuck around, and now I use Schmoofy for pretty much everything. So whether it's gaming, music, like I've used that name for like so many different things.
I see. And then, what do you want to do with this music? Do you want it to be like? Do you have a certain age group you want to target towards, or are you trying to be like a universal music provider?
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it's targeted towards a certain age demographic, but the music that I tend to produce, it's called new rave. So my number one inspiration for producing, his name is Haimanu. And Haimanu, he was kind of like what made me want to produce, like actually take it seriously. I really think he's the future of EDM. And since hearing his music, I kind of want to pursue it. And I would say it's a little bit more niche. It's not so much an age demographic. I would say it's a little bit more regional. So it's pretty popular in places like, I think more towards like the East. I can't put any hard locations, but I'm going to guess like Australia, Europe, and actually the US scene is starting to come up on the genre called wave/hard wave. And then Haimanu's genre, new rave, it's a spin-off of that. So it combines things like trap, drum and bass, trance, a lot of different elements. And so I would say, again, it's not so much an age demographic, but more so like, you know, whoever rocks with it, rocks with it.
I see.
Really, I just want to do it for me, and hopefully like people kind of tag along kind of thing.
So currently right now on your Spotify and like Apple Music, you have the two songs Azura and Tekna. What inspired you to make those like songs?
Yeah, so Tekna, Azura, so it's great question. So I haven't really told many people this, but all my songs I'm trying to create sort of like a world, like a timeline, so to speak. So in this world, for more context, it's kind of like a futuristic dystopian type of vibe, as you've probably seen. And with this vibe, I'm trying to go for like, it's 2077, shout out Cyberpunk, right?
Great game.
Great game. And it's like you are in a rave in 2077, like in a warehouse. So it's futuristic, it's hard hitting, it's melodic and stuff like that. And so Tekna, I guess you can say I have like almost like a main character. No name yet, but it's like a girl anime type character, right? And so Tekna is like the start of her leaving her old like slums type of environment, and she's trying to make it out in the big city of like, think of Cyberpunk kind of thing, right? And then from there, Azura is like she's starting to get acclimated to like the world. So it's a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like rigorous. She's trying to get acclimated and stuff like that. And this new song I'm coming out kind of soon, it's called Ignition. So that's the continuation of Azura and Tekna. And so now it's like she's been there for like a little bit while, and she's starting to get used to like the fast-pacedness of like this like city, like this dystopia. so to speak.
Okay, so basically what you're telling me is the way you produce your music, or how you like present your music, is like not a cinematic universe, but maybe like an audiographic
An
universe.
yeah, exactly.
Audiographic universe.
And
That
it's-
sounds awesome.
Thank you. And it's funny you mentioned that. So the song playing right now is Porter Robinson. So Porter Robinson, I'm sure a lot of people who listen to EDM are very familiar with like his world building. And that I think is such an inspiration because with Porter Robinson, he has his whole entire world with his sound. And that's what I'm trying to replicate through my own sound.
I see, I see.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for letting me take some of your time.
Of course.
And then, of course, you can find Schmoofy's Instagram and links in the description down below. Right now, he has Azura and Tekna up on like Spotify, Apple Music, and like you said, Ignition is coming out soon. So check him out.
Appreciate it.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
I Chilled with Schmoofy did not go as planned. Originally, my plan was to get my stuff and spontaneously go to the beach right after work and give you a beach video. However, I completely forgot to record footage. Like, right after work, my brain shut down and I just wanted to relax and chill. Like, all I have is some panoramic videos of my surroundings, and I didn't even go in the water with my GoPro. I just went in the water. But I was lucky enough to interview Schmoofy, and in my opinion, that's even better than the beach video because now you viewers have the opportunity to get to know Schmoofy on a more personal level, and I really hope you guys enjoyed what he has to offer. If you want to see more Schmoofy, please check in the link in the description down below. You can find him on Spotify, Apple Music, and if you want, check out his Instagram. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.